Yeah, let's study equilibrium of three coplanar forces acting at a point. Why do we call them coplanar? Because they act on the same plane. For instance, if we have three coplanar forces, let's say this is F1 and this is F2, and we have another force acting downward, call it F3. These three forces are coplanar because they act on the same plane. Let's say the angle between F1 and F2 is alpha, angle between F1 and F3 is beta, and the angle between F2 and F3 is gamma. Now, we have several methods to find the solution to this kind of system of force. So one of the best method is Lami's theorem. Lami's theorem, and it's the easiest. So another method is to use triangle of force. Triangle of force. Another method is to use resolution method. Resolution method, just like we learned it under scalars and vectors. And then another method to use is to use graphical method. Graphical method. But in this particular video, I will only explain Lami's theorem, which is the simplest. What does Lami's theorem say? Lami's theorem is saying that if three if a system of three forces act at a point, then the for each force is proportional to the sine of the angle between the other two forces. If, let me repeat myself, if a system of three forces acts at a point, then each force is proportional to the sine of the angle between the other two forces. That is, let me represent it mathematically. That is, F1 is proportional to sine of gamma. Then F2 is proportional to sine of the angle between the other two forces, sine beta. Then F3 is proportional to sine the angle between them, F3, the angle between the other two forces, sine alpha. So at the end of the day, we later solve this, the resulting formula that this leads to. I'm not going to derive it in this video because of I want to avoid long video. So F1 all over sine alpha equal to F2 all over sine beta equal to F3 all over sine gamma. This is the formula that we call Lami's theorem. This formula alone represents Lami's theorem. Now, if we have any problem like this, we can always use Lami's theorem to compute our resultant. In the next video, we are going to solve a question using this formula. Thank you.